Hey guys, what's up? If you're following my channel, then you know that not long ago I made a video in which I speculated about the content of Bethesda's press conference at this year's E3. In the video, I was very much thinking about how they possibly could fill their time, because in previous years they said, well, we only do a press conference if you really have something important to say. And what do we know so far what they could talk about, right? A Fallout DLC, maybe a Doom DLC, something along the lines of Dishonored 2, and that's pretty much it. Is that worth doing a conference? I don't know. So it kind of naturally led to me speculating whether they're going to show the Elder Scrolls 6 or whether they are possibly working on completely unannounced and new project. As it turns out, now the Fallout and Elder Scrolls designer Todd Howard has come forward at this week's DICE Summit and said in an interview that they are actually working on 3 new unannounced projects coming from the Bethesda game studios. Now that is very exciting. However, he also stated that these projects are not very likely to be revealed publicly anytime soon. He's also saying that these titles that they are working on are very different from what the studio has done before while still being a Bethesda-style game, describing it as big and crazy. He then went on in that interview and talked about the upcoming Fallout expansions and that there's still a lot to discover in Fallout. He particularly hinted towards one big Easter egg that apparently hasn't been discovered yet, and people got all excited. Now everyone's running around the wastelands in Fallout trying to find that Easter egg. But coming back to the original topic, I think what he's saying there still does not cancel out the option of us seeing the Elder Scrolls 6. Because it sounds like none of these 3 games will be shown at this year's E3, so the big gap of them filling a whole presentation still remains. Also, it doesn't sound as if the Elder Scrolls 6 is one of these 3 games, right? Because if he's saying these 3 unannounced titles are different from anything we've done before, that wouldn't include an Elder Scrolls game, because they've done that many times in the past. So it has to be something else. So we might still see an Elder Scrolls 6 teaser at E3, maybe. It all gets a bit confusing at this point, but it might also be a remastered version. I got a few comments under my previous video where people are like, well, is it maybe Skyrim on next gen? Is it maybe a Morrowind remaster? However, Bethesda are not known for doing loads of remasters, so that actually might be one of the 3 unannounced projects, right? Because they normally don't do remasters. That is something that is unusual for Bethesda. Now, just thinking about what would really make sense for them to be working on, and obviously I'm just speculating into the wild here, I think what would make sense, and what is also something that is so different from anything they've done before, is either a MOBA, as much as I hate to say it, something along the lines of League of Legends or Dota 2, simply because these games have like massive player bases, and even I'm not one of them, but they are majorly popular, and you can push them into esports, and it's just kind of a big thing right now. So the other option, obviously, I don't even want to say it, but is some kind of MMORPG type of thing, a la The Division or Destiny. However, all these thoughts and games and concepts seem unlikely for me to be shown at E3. So if you ask me what I think they will show at this year's E3, my personal thought is that it will probably be a new engine. Because let's face it, the creation engine is outdated. That was kind of one of the big points of criticism when Fallout came out. A lot of people said it just looks crap, basically. Especially the characters looked rather poor. I can see that going into the future, they want to have a more solid engine, kind of the creation engine 2.0 that does all the same things but just looks so much better. So I think what's going to happen is that we will see a big presentation at this year's E3 where Bethesda, without announcing specific games, talks about a new engine, what it can do, how old concepts from the creation engine translates into the new engine, and what kind of tools they have available with this new engine now to kind of create the next big Bethesda open world game. So guys, I can't wait to see what they are working on, but like I said, I don't think we will see any of these 3 titles at this year's E3. Otherwise, Todd Howard wouldn't have said that they won't reveal anything publicly soon. So guys, let's speculate a little bit, right? What do you think Bethesda is working on? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think it's a MOBA? Do you think it's an MMORPG? Where would they go? What do you think makes sense for Bethesda to work on? all your thoughts down in the comment section. I would appreciate your thoughts. Guys, if you liked the video, please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on the Twitters, do all the good stuff. I'll put all the links for that in the description underneath. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Bye.